We now come to two works which date from the end of the Romanesque period. The Gia altarfrontal, and next to it, the Cardet altarfrontal. Both works feature a decorative system based on stucco reliefs, which make up the entire background for the scenes depicted. The reliefs were originally covered by thin laminas of silver or tin, painted over with a gold varnish called colladura. The aim of this decorative process was to imitate the aesthetic properties of gold and gilt silver. Today, the works appear rather dull, because much of the varnish has been lost. But the original impact of their glittering gold and light reflections must have been spectacular. The craftsman responsible for these frontals wanted to reproduce the volume and colour of frontals executed in gold and silver, but using much cheaper materials.
The Gia altar frontal was dedicated to Saint Martin, the church's titular saint. He appears in the central image as a bishop, surrounded by 4 scenes from his life. The most famous episode, shown at the top to the left, is his sharing of his cape with the beggar. The setting is a country road, and it is interesting to note that both of the figures involved seem to be wearing typical pilgrims' hats.
One unusual thing about the Gia altar frontal is that it is signed by the artist, a painter called Iohannes, or John. The signature in Latin can be seen in the middle of the lower frame. The same signature can also be made out in exactly the same place on the Cardet altar frontal, on display to the right. We therefore know that both works were painted by the same artist. Iohannes was probably the leader of a group of painters who worked in the Ribagorça area in the second half of the 13th century.